Namaskaram to one and all. I hope all of you are doing very well. Let us go into the video straight away. Today's video is the continuation of the previous one, where he has described how he has witnessed Lord Paramashiva in his meditation. See, this is the ultimate. There is nothing beyond it. See, for hours together, people are meditating only to get this feeling, only to get the ultimate truth, the realization of the ultimate truth. So, yesterday itself he has described some of the things like the blue pearl. So, whenever he is sitting for meditation, he is seeing the various colors, red aura, then white flame, and then black light, then blue light, and then the blue flame, blue pearl. This is the same order in which he is seeing it every day. And from the blue pearl, he could see the blue pearl in front of him, and in front of his eyes the blue pearl started growing into an egg-shaped structure, and then it got expanded into a 6 foot tall human shape, blue in color. That is the Neela Purush. Okay, so that is Lord Shiva. So we have seen it only in pictures or in films, that when you do very severe penance or tapas, Lord Shiva is coming and blessing, and he is asking, what do you want? Like that. But Shiva appeared in front of Swami Muktananda, but he never asked for any, he was not there to grant him any wish. He said, you say something, like that. Because Muktananda was wonderstruck. He was in total amazement. Yesterday we saw how he described the beauty of the blue form, isn't it? So, he says, you see, what I had seen was the blue pearl. It was Shiva, the blue Lord. He is everywhere. But see, he is everywhere, all pervading. But because he is in the very subtle form, he is not understood by many. See, in a man, inside a man, he is in the form of a man. He lives as human being in a human being, as bird in a bird, as cow in a cow, as horse in a horse, as man in a man, and as woman in a woman. What else can I say? He becomes all things and is yet unique. He gives his strength to all created things. Like a mother, he protects and sustains them. There is no darkness about him. His total fullness in the heart and in the Sahasrara. That is, he is all pervading. Sometimes he is expressed in our heart. Sometimes he is seen residing in the middle of the Sahasrara, in the top of the head. O seekers, he is within your blue pearl. But do not think that you have become perfect just because you have seen the blue pearl. So he already said, one must see the blue star, one must see the blue pearl. But seeing the blue pearl is not the ultimate. Okay. The supreme unmanifest being is extremely secret to sadhakas. He is the goal of the Siddha path. Our goal must be to see the blue pearl. Okay. It is only His grace that divine realization will come. Though I am compelled to speak, I am unable to write. So my dear Yande is taking down the notes, what I am saying. See, but even with all this, my contentment was still incomplete. Still he was feeling that he is going to see something more. See, the stage my meditation had reached was very divine. The blue person I had seen is also known as the sphere of unmanifest light. Yogis see him, who contains the entire world within himself. He had settled in the land of my mind and had taken a form. I meditated constantly and always saw the sweet, radiant blue pearl. So when you go deep into meditation, you are able to see the blue pearl. And see, I was meditating in the Sahasrara and was also hearing the divine nada of thunder. This also he has already said. When you hear the thunder sound, it means your concentration is going to the Sahasrara and the Sahasrara chakra is activated. Okay. The divine nada of thunder. As I listened to this thundering, my meditation became so joyful that the desires that remained in my mind were smashed by the thunder and just disappeared. No more desires. Our main desire is to see the God. After seeing the God, what more desire can there be? Isn't it? As I listened to this sound for a while, I experienced complete union with the taintless Parabrahma. Complete union. And he says, now I understand the meaning of the words Soham and Hamsa. That is, these are two words. You know, you might have heard about Ajaba mantra. See, mantras are monosyllable or having two syllables or three, sometimes four. Oh, Namah Shivaya is the 5-syllabled mantra. That is the longest. Okay. After that also there are many mantras. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. It is given in the form of mantra. So many mantras are there. Okay. But you know, this Soham. When you inhale, you say So. When you exhale, you say Hum. Sometimes, so this is Ajaba mantra. Ajaba mantra means, mantram is jabam, chanting. Sometimes you chant loudly. But Ajaba mantra is no sound comes out. No sound at all. You say it only within yourself. So that is the Ajaba mantra, that is the Soham. When you inhale, you say So. When you exhale, you say Hum. And sometimes it is put in the reverse order, Hamsa. When you inhale, you say Hum. When you exhale, you say Sa. So these are all different forms of chanting mantra within yourself. And now Muktananda says, you see, I am the self. I am the self became firmly established. Now the conviction, so the conviction, that is the belief that I am the self. I understood the real meaning of it. I believed completely in Soham Hamsa. That is, Soham means he is I. Hamsa means I am he. He is I and I am he. So that is the meaning of these two words, Soham and Hamsa. Now, you are God and God is in you. So, the realization, self-realization or God realization or enlightenment has happened to Muktananda here, in this way. Okay. And I was convinced that this was the divine being who had been described in the Bhagavad Gita like this. See, in the Bhagavad Gita also it is said like this. He has hands and feet everywhere. He has eyes, heads and faces on all sides. He has ears everywhere. He knows all and exist pervading all. That's what he himself revealed yesterday to Muktananda. So he has all the qualities of the senses and yet is without any of the qualities of the senses. You cannot define his nature. That is why you say it's Supreme God, isn't it? Unattached and yet supporting all, free from the three attributes of manifestation and yet enjoying them. So, see, we are all human beings, we have certain qualities, definite qualities, isn't it? Whereas for God, there is no quality as such, but he has all the qualities. So, when we raise ourselves from the level of human beings to the godly nature, then you say you have attained self-realization. So, this is the stage where the sages and rishis and munis have realized. And this is where, see, when even this lesson, no, how much ever I say, it will not come anywhere near the experience of Swami Muktananda. He has tried to write something. I am trying to read out something. I am trying to explain something. But these things will never come anywhere close to the real feeling. The real feeling everyone should experience. What Muktananda has experienced, we cannot experience, isn't it? Now, he is telling and we are able to understand, that's all. But only when it comes to our own experiences, we will also know what is meant by mukti, what is self-realization, what is God realization, or what is enlightenment. This is the meaning of enlightenment or self-realization. So Muktananda says, he dwells in the Sahasrara and appears in subtle form in the powers of all the sense organs. He can be experienced by the senses and yet is far beyond the senses. See, there is no definite form. And another thing I would like to say here, see, this is what we call Ishta Devata. Now, some worship Lord Shiva, some worship Mahavishnu, some worship Lord Krishna, some worship Ganesha, Muruga, Lord Muruga, some worship Jesus, some worship Allah. Now, in whichever form you worship, in whichever form you meditate, in that form, the Supreme Power will come in front of you. Okay, that is the greatness of that supernatural power. You see, he pervades the outer and inner aspects of the movable and the immovable creation. Men and demons, birds and animals, insects and germs. But because he does so in his subtle form, he is not understood. People think that he lives far away, but he lives very close to you in the middle of the Sahasrara. That's what earlier also people have said. In the middle of Sahasrara or in the middle of the brain, that is maybe the pineal gland. Because long back, people have described that God resides inside the pineal gland, or the pineal gland is the seat of God. Now, Swami Muktananda also is experiencing the same thing. You see, he lives as human being in a human being, as bird in a bird, as cow in a cow, as horse in a horse, as man in a man, and as woman in a woman. What else can I say? He becomes all things and is yet unique. He cannot be compared with anything else. That's why we call this as the supernatural power. There is no darkness about him. Like a mother, he protects and sustains them. What I had seen was the blue pearl. It was Shiva, the blue lord, the Neela Purush, Tiruneelakantan. Okay, so like this he is going on describing. See, his total fullness in the heart and in the Sahasrara. Sometimes he is expressing himself in the heart. Sometimes he is expressing himself in the Sahasrara. That supreme unmanifest being is extremely secret to sadhakas. No, you have to go after him. You have to find out through deep meditation. It is only by his grace that divine realization will come. Only with his grace the divine realization will come. Like that. So he said he had settled in the land of my mind and had taken a form. I meditated constantly and always saw the sweet, radiant blue pearl. I was meditating in the Sahasrara and was also hearing the divine nada of thunder. So when you hear the thunder sound, you can take it as an indication that your Sahasrara is activated. Okay. See, as I listened to this thundering, my meditation became so joyful that the desires that remained in my mind were smashed by the thunder and just disappeared. As I listened to this sound for a while, I experienced complete union with the taintless Parabrahma. So, the sadhaka should never forget that Mahashakti Kundalini, who is the treasure house of the inner knowledge and dwells in the Mooladhara. So, the Mahashakti Kundalini is residing in the Mooladhara. When awakened by the grace of the Guru, will secure what he doesn't already possess and preserve what he does possess. The more the sadhaka takes refuge in the Kundalini and the Guru, the more they will stand before him for his protection. Just just as a needle on touching a piece of cloth pierces and passes right through it, so Mahashakti Kundalini rises from the Mooladhara at the base of the spine and goes up to Sahasrara, goes up the Sushumna, the central channel, to the Brahmarandra, that is the Sahasrara, the spiritual center in the crown of the head, piercing the chakras on her way. The sadhaka feels the touch of Kundalini in his body. When she is awakened and spreads through the 72 million nadis, the sadhaka becomes aware of her soft, tender, joyous, divine touch. Sometimes her touch is harsh, and then the whole body feels as if it is on fire. Whether her touch is soft or hard depends on the nature of the aspirant. But either way, it is the touch of God. So, in whichever form you meditate, in that form, the power will appear in front of you. Okay. So now he is listening to the thunder sound, and he is getting the taste of the divine nectar. Sometimes when the tongue is in this position, in the Kechari Mudra, one can taste the cool nectar of the moon. And the Siddha student is full of delight and amazement. Then there can also be taste of butter, milk, ghee, buttermilk, honey and other things. These come when the sadhaka's mind becomes absorbed in the Ajna Chakra, and he sees the self as the wickless flame. The wick, that is the thread on which the flame, we put the flame, isn't it? Whereas here it is the wickless flame. He has already mentioned about the wickless flame while describing the activities in the Ajna Chakra. So there is no wick, but you see the flame, wickless flame, in the space between the eyebrows. And he also says, when he meditates more and his prana becomes stabilized in this place, the aspirant experiences divine fragrances. One can reach a very high state when one smells these divine fragrances. I had many experiences like these, and my meditation steadily progressed. So now he has come to the ultimate realization of the truth. That is, he has attained mukti. He has attained self-realization. I meditated on it every day. No, it is always found around the blue pearl. See, the brightness increased day by day. The brightness of the blue pearl increased day by day. It is always found around the blue pearl, and it is said that the radiance of the firmament within the Sahasrara comes from the splendor of the blue pearl. So blue pearl is the center of attraction. I meditated on it every day, and each day there arose the awareness, I am the self. So every day he is able to feel, I am the self. That is the meaning of self-realization. Sometimes I would also see the blue pearl moving in and out of the Sahasrara for short periods. The blue pearl comes out from the Sahasrara. Sometimes it goes inside the Sahasrara. If you ever have a vision of the coming of a great saint, you should understand that it is all happening through the agency of the blue pearl. That's why earlier itself he said that when you are meditating, if you are a Siddha student, if you are an aspirant, then you must see the blue pearl. Till you see the blue pearl, he said he will not give us even the pass mark, isn't it? You remember? So blue pearl. And he also mentioned about the blue star, okay, which he used as a vehicle. And the blue star, when it enters into the Sahasrara and when it is breaking into pieces, then it is an indication that he has attained full realization and there is no more birth for him. Okay, so a very beautiful chapter. You feel like reading again and again and again. Anyway, reading alone is not enough. We have to sit and practice. Okay, so how he has dedicated his life for that, like that we should also, if we also practice, we will also get the same experience. We will be able to see God. We will be able to feel the blue pearl, we will be able to feel the Kundalini rising, we will be able to feel the Sahasrara getting activated, thunder sound, everything we can hear, provided we are sincere and serious about it. So may the same God give us the strength to practice and see Him. May God bless you all.